Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a tutorial going from day to night, whether you want to make your look a little bit darker or whether you're going from office to the nightlife. So now I'm going ahead first and starting off this whole look. I'm going to go ahead and put down some moisturizer. I'm using my Kiehl's moisturizer. I'll leave it linked down below for you guys. It definitely is my favorite right before I go ahead and do my makeup. Then I'm going to go ahead as always and prime my eyes using my Urban Decay Potion Primer in Original. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the eyelids and then blend it all out with my fingers. I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Smoky palette today. First, I'm using the shade all the way to the left. It's called Relieve the Moon. I'm going to go ahead and put that down as my brow bone highlight. I'm using my Sigma E55 brush and just pressing that right underneath the brow and then going ahead and blending it down into the rest of my eye look. After that, I'm going to take this shade Sweet Smell and take that on my Sigma E40 blending brush. I'm going to put this right into the crease, blending it upwards as well, and this is going to be our transition shade. So going from outer corner to inner corner and going in circular motions. After that, I'm taking Ashes Awake. This is a really nice dark brown color, and taking my Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm going to go ahead and start to place this in the outer corner of my lid. Placing it right in the outer corner, which is going to be where the most pigment will be, and then going ahead and blending it into my crease. Like I said, I want the most pigment to be in the outer corner and then blending it into the rest of the eye look, just going back and forth, making sure it's blended, and then taking my E40 brush, I'm just going to make sure that everything is nice and blended together as always. Then I'm going to take this ColourPop shadow. This is in the shade Millionaire. I love this. I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger. You can use a brush as well, but it's just easy to use a finger. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid, kind of mainly in the inner half of my lid, not kind of going over that dark brown in the outer corner. By the way, this is my go-to fall look. That's why I really wanted to do this video, just doing this and having this be my go-to fall look, and then going into the nighttime and making it even darker with blacks and even more browns. So I just wanted to go ahead and share with you guys that little tidbit. So now, prepping for false lashes, I'm taking my black mascara, applying it to the lashes for a good coat, and then for falsies today, I'm going to be using the House of Lashes lashes, and these are in the shade Temptress Wispy. I really love these lashes. They're long, they're wispy, they're really beautiful, great for daytime as well as for night as well. So just applying those right to the eyes and then you're done. After that, we're going to go ahead and do our face. So I'm taking the Smashbox Primer Water and spraying this all over the face. This is always my go-to. And then for foundation today, I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. I recently did a video comparing the HD stick to the HD liquid foundation. So I will link that on screen for you guys. And using my Morphe Beauty Sponge, I'm going to go ahead and blend all that out. For concealer, I'm first using the LA Girl Concealer in Creamy Beige just to cancel out the darkness under my eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that and then blend it out with my sponge again, and then going in with my MAC highlighting pen. This is in the shade Light Boost if I am not mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and just lighten up the under eyes a little bit, and I'm also going to use this pen to highlight my face. I haven't used this highlighter pen in so long, so it is so cool to finally bring it back into my videos, and I really love the way that it looked. So again, I'm blending it out with my beauty sponge, and then I'm going to go ahead and set the under eyes. I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder with my Sigma F35 tapered highlighting brush. Just applying that right underneath the eyes and making sure that you press it in under the eyes. That is the best way to make sure that your concealer does not crease under the eyes, pressing it in. And then for the rest of my face, I usually just go ahead and dust it all over because my skin has been pretty much normal dry because of the winter time. Using my Sigma F30 powder brush, I'm going to go ahead and first do a little bit of bronzing with my MAC Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder in dark. Just going to go ahead and bronze up that. And then to contour a little bit more using my F40 by Sigma, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Palette. As you guys know, absolute favorite contour palette, and there you go. For brows, I'm using my Anastasia Brow Definer. First, I'm going in with soft brown just to go ahead and line and outline my brows, and then filling them in with the brow powder in soft brown by Anastasia as well. For blush, I'm going in with this one by Laura Mercier. It is, I believe it's in the shade Orange Blossom. I will have it linked down below for you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on the cheeks using my Sigma F05 contour brush. I have switched back to my blush brush, as you guys will see in my next video, but I am very, very happy with the way that this looked. And then going in with highlighter, I'm using my tried and true Becca Champagne Pop with my Sigma F03 brush. I am going very light because it is a daytime look. You guys know me, I do love doing the highlight, but I just wanted to keep it very minimal for daytime. If you're like me and you like a good highlight, of course you can go intense, but like I said, I just wanted to keep it very nice and minimal, especially if this is like an office look. Taking my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx, just applying a little bit in the inner corner just to make sure that our lashes do blend in with the rest of our eye look, being that we're not doing wing liner. Then I'm going back in with Ashes Awake from the Zoeva palette, and I'm taking my E25 again and just applying this kind of messily on the lower lash line. It doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure that the outer corner of your eye is connected to the upper part of your eye so that the whole eye look is connected. I'm taking this MAC Eye Kohl. This is in the shade Teddy. It's a really nice brown color. I wanted to go with a brown instead of a black because this is a daytime look, so I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit softer, and I really, really love this eyeliner. I should probably use it more often, but I love the way that that turned out. If you want to use black, of course you can use black. And then just applying a coat of mascara to the lower lashes as well. Now for lips, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip liner. This is in the shade Iconic Nude. Just going ahead and lining my lips, of course, as always. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with my tried and true, again, Anastasia Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick. Applying that right to the lips, lining the lips, as you can see, making sure you stay in the lines, I should actually say. And then of course you do have the option to go in with lip gloss. I just kept it matte for the time being, and this is our daytime look. So very nice, very simple, as you guys can see, but then I want to go ahead and change it up a little bit for nighttime. So I changed up my shirt, and now we're going to change up the whole eye look. To take off my liquid lipstick, I'm going in with Vaseline. I love Vaseline when it comes to taking off liquid lipstick. I feel like it takes it off right away with just one swipe, as you can see. It is just, I love using Vaseline. I feel like it's just so amazing when it comes with liquid lipsticks. Going back in with my Zoeva palette, I'm going to take the shade Ashes Awake again, just to deepen up that outer corner a little bit more with some of that brown. I'm using my Sigma E25 blending brush, just really darkening that outer corner, as well as bringing it more into the crease and blending it up a little bit more. I'm just going ahead and just making sure that everything is blended, as always. You guys know me. And then to really darken this look, all you need to do is just use a black, in my opinion. So I'm taking the Sigma E45 brush. It is a small tapered brush, so the end is at a point, which I think is perfect for outer corner work. So I am going to take this black in this palette again. It's called Real Light, but any black that you have will do, and just applying it right to the outer V of my eye look. And I'm going back and forth between the E45 and the E25 just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. And just adding that black in the outer corner, it just gives, I feel like it changes the look, but it also just makes it so smoky, which is so appropriate for nighttime. So just applying it right in the outer corner, and then I'm also going to go ahead and apply it to the lower lash line, as you guys will see me do in a second. Just applying it right to the lower lash line. I'm also applying more of that ColourPop shadow, just because making sure that everything was nice and blended, the color got down a little bit more. Taking my Tarte Skinny Smolder eyeliner in Onyx, I am tight lining the upper waterline, and then I'm also going to go over the MAC liner in Teddy, and I'm just going to darken the look with this black. And it completely changes the look. You guys know me, I love black eyeliner, so this is always my go-to, and it just really defines the eyes, and it makes your eyes pop as well. So as you see me doing here, I am going to go back in with that black. I'm pretty much just putting it in the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm not bringing it all the way in. If you really want to make it smoky, of course you could do that, but I am just putting it halfway through and then going back with my blending brush again. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything is nice and blended. Back with my highlighter to really make my highlight pop and add more. I'm just going to go ahead and add some more champagne pop right on top of my cheeks, and then I just wanted to add a little bit more of a contour because I did go a little bit softer because it was daytime for work or whatever. I just wanted to go ahead and add a little bit more contour, so going in with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette again, just adding some more contour. Now for lips, you can go really dark, you can go what this look is so, honestly, you can do anything with it. So if you want to stay with a nude, you can, but if you want to go dark, you can do that as well. So first I'm going in with the MAC lip liner, and this is in the shade Whirl. right? Whirl. Yes, it is. And then I'm going in with this Jouer liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Noisette. I can never pronounce that word. Please, someone down below, let me know how you pronounce it. I will link it down below for you guys so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I love this shade. I got so many compliments last time I wore this in my video. I really love it. Here I'm taking Anastasia Pure Hollywood again and just applying it right into the center of my lips just to lighten the center. This is optional, you don't need to do this, but I just wanted to go ahead and lighten just a little bit, applying it right into the center of the lips, and your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know in the comments down below if you did, and give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.